Hello and welcome back to your favourite podcast, the Rudico Podcast, with your host, Russ.
Ricky
and Coxie. How are we, boys?
I don't want to say how are we, boys, because it's casual for me. Just feels like...
I'll start saying it. How
Feels
are
like
we?
normal.
And then when he's done saying it, I'll start saying it.
Or someone else can think of a new intro.
Alright.
Sick of
How
sick
are
of doing intros.
How are we, fellas? I'm good. How are you,
For
Coxie?
us, is that a new jumper?
No, it's the same. Yeah, fucking dog. No, it's not a new jumper.
Everyone knows Russ. He wears that jumper a fair bit.
Like every event.
No, not every. It's my casual jumper, and then my going out jumper is my Warriors jumper.
Yeah.
No, you're going out
Like you can
jumpers
generally
as well.
see his elbows.
No, but I don't like wearing this anymore because people bag me out. And
You can actually see his elbows.
yeah. Well, I've had it for a while. I've
Yeah.
had it since KSI bet Logan Paul, and that's nearly like 2 years ago.
I'd say 2 years.
So,
Mate, you've got a good 2 years out of that jumper.
mate, I wore it
And he can't. It's,
all the time.
No,
that's
it
the
was January
limited
last
edition.
year. It was the day after Max's birthday.
Oh,
It's only a year.
was it last year? I thought it was the.
I thought it
No,
was
it
longer.
can't
Day,
have
after,
been.
day after Max's 18th.
It can't have been last year
Yeah.
because it was COVID the year before.
It wasn't COVID till like March.
You didn't invite him that early.
Yeah.
No, because I wouldn't have got
it was after Max's birthday, which is
Oh, I
January.
thought it was a bit longer.
No, it's
I swear
Could
it
have been
was.
January.
no.
I don't know.
It's,
I don't know.
I'm having a look. There's no way it was last year. I've had it for longer than that.
I feel like he has actually. I feel like you've had the jumper longer
So
than the
I've
fight.
I've literally been on eBay and looked for this exact jumper, and you can't find it apart from one that says KSI.
It's
But it's
probably
like
fake.
real stretched.
Yeah.
I need a one. I need
No,
a.
I
I
won't
need the
get it.
exact same one, but in blue it says Logan Paul.
When
I wonder if Logan Paul actually made jumps like that.
Did-
Probably did.
Probably.
Yeah.
He was on WWE last week.
yeah,
He's on WrestleMania on Sunday.
yeah,
Really?
he's apparently
He's not
on-
fighting, but he's like gonna be like ringside.
That's insane. Mate, now he's boxing, now he's friggin' wrestling.
Oh, he'll probably get hit by a move or do one move and that'll be it.
Hmm.
They got a couple of celebrities on this year, but no one
It
knows them.
was 2019.
Mousetrap.
Would you hear that? That was 2 years ago. Pretty sure Mousetrap just went off.
Or someone's trying to get in.
Yeah.
But
So-
anyway, we'll get off my jumper.
It was 2 years ago.
It was Easter. It was Easter last weekend.
Yep.
I started off well on the Friday with local footy.
Very
Stall,
hot. Wasn't it?
Stall just looked. Oh, it was hot, and Stall was hot. Stall was even hotter.
It
Russ
was-
had his
oh,
rockets on in that friggin' fourth
Yep.
quarter there.
He did.
He got about 10 times in a row.
No,
Running
probably
on
like
that
four. Probably
Four.
good 4 times. I reckon if you put me on for 20, you would have lost money. Or
I
15.
lost money for 10.
I wouldn't have even had 10. I reckon I would have had like 7. I reckon I would have had 7 touches. But anyway, we played Arat Good Friday.
Yep.
14s lost.
Mercy.
Pumped.
Yeah, but Arats look good anyway because they're all just tall. 17s got beaten.
Pumped.
Yep.
And then reserves pumped them.
We got up.
Yeah, opposites.
And so the
Those
seniors.
things, yeah. How did netball go? I think we won overall all day.
We lost. Oh no, we won every game but 15s.
And
No, we-
B
and
grade.
Is that right?
B
Yeah, and B.
Yeah.
and B because apparently Hugh
But
Carey
if
was
we had-
umpiring.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's
But
what
I'm
I
pretty
heard.
sure if we had a lost A grade, we would have been like even. Or like they would have won. I don't know. One of them.
Yeah,
I
well-
think we would have just won the cup.
Just, I reckon.
Yeah.
What?
I
Because
don't know.
well,
I have no
13
idea.
did 13s win?
Yeah,
13s.
every team won except for 15s, and if you're saying
B grade
B.
was 5-3.
and B grade.
And then plus the 2 footy teams.
yeah.
So it's just the netball that really count
Yeah.
because it's like half already for the football.
Mm.
But yeah, no, we've actually played pretty good in the reserves. I wasn't
I'd say yous
expecting to
did.
pump them like we did. I was expecting it to be a good game, but we ended up pumping them.
No, our 13s lost, didn't they?
No, you don't want
Oh, yeah, Willow. Does Willow play 13s?
15.
Oh, she play 15s, yeah. I was going to say.
And they lost.
Yeah, they lost.
But yeah, no, we had this guy called George. He
And he
looked
was a
really
gun.
good. Like he'll be getting a senior sniff soon.
They were saying that and they reckon he'll be next to get caught up.
Yeah, easy. But
saying
then
Zach's looking really good. He might be.
yeah, well, he got the talk
Yeah.
to Tom in the reserves game.
Not bad.
Like said that he was looking good, and then
What
I was
about
like,
Lucky was looking good.
yeah, well,
Yeah,
Lucky
Lucky's on fire.
Lucky Ethan were meant to play, but they got
Yeah.
Because he had like the senior squad. And they drop 3 from it every week. Is that how it works?
they're probably going to drop 3 or 4 now, being George's
Yeah, true.
on the
In the
cusp
mix.
of
Yeah.
making it. But then you watch the seniors game. I don't know who you drop in that team.
I don't know who would.
Like the teams.
It's a bit hard to tell when they pump them. If they
Yeah,
had a bit more even comp, it might be a bit easier to tell.
But-
what Arrow had like
Had 8 debuts.
Yeah, 8 debuts coming up.
and probably a good, what, 10 of them were between the age of 17 and 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was actually a good day out. Besides, it was hot.
But yeah, it was ridiculously hot. I celebrated a good win at the pub. Pubs,
Yeah.
I should say.
What?
You were telling a story and you kind of just like stopped talking.
Ah.
So I tried to carry it and you just looked at me like I was stupid.
Yeah, well,
But we went to the pubs and we got drunk. Then we did it the next day, and the next day, and then half the next day.
I only did it one night and
yeah,
one day.
and it was
I did it 3 times and that was enough.
Easter, celebrated on the Friday and Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
I only went out Saturday because that's all you need to do, mate.
Yeah, no,
Saturday was
Being
the night with the
responsible.
live band and everything.
It's a good night.
Banging
that
on.
was a good night. But yeah, had the piss up, which was pretty good. But yeah, and then we all did stuff for Easter, so we all came. Saturday we pretty much just drank all day. Sunday was races and Monday was the gift, so it wasn't too bad. What you didn't do much besides work?
For me, it was went watch the game. When he got drunk, Saturday slept like literally most. I got home Saturday morning at about 5 a.m. and I just had a big night. Ended up sleeping from like 6 o'clock till God knows what time. Like probably like 1 or 2 in the afternoon. Got up, my family was like coming down to visit from Melbourne, so we had a couple of drinks. Ended up getting mum like really fucking drunk. So I carry out like the whole family to the pub, and we're all wrecks. We had a live band playing. Sunday I had to work at 7 a.m. and I've never fought for my life so much. Like that was the hardest shit I've ever done. Like we're sitting there in a team huddle at like 11 o'clock and I'm literally gripping onto one of the roll cages trying to hold myself up. I was that lightheaded and crook. I like trying to stop myself from spewing. I've never felt so useless at my job. And I got home, did it again, got drunk as. And Monday I was too pissed to like drive to work or anything. So I walked around again all day at work, just dying. And then watched Godzilla, and it was good.
Oh, did you watch the new Godzilla?
I've rated it. People say it's bad, but there's
Oh,
one
no,
bit
we
in it
can
that's
talk about
underwhelming.
later.
But I
Jesus,
won't spoil anything.
we can talk about later.
It's gonna spoil the whole movie.
Yeah,
No, I'm not going to spoil the movie. I said it was an underwhelming bit.
yeah. Well, if you watch it, you
But
can
it's
say
a
a
great
little
movie.
bit that's not spoilers.
It's all spoilers.
Well, some people might have seen it. It's been out for a while, hasn't it?
It's been out for like a couple of days.
I thought it's been out for
I thought it's been out for like a week.
yeah.
Oh,
Because
maybe.
Colby was saying that he went and watched it like a week ago.
I don't know. It might have been out a week ago. But I'm waiting until April 15th. Mortal Kombat comes out.
You can't go wrong with the good cinema popcorn smell. I literally smelled that today.
We were late because we had to wait for Logan. So I
That's
just
not the
went
first
straight
time
to the
you're late
cinema.
to a movie.
No, I was late because of you as well. We were watching
So
YouTube.
you missed all the ads.
No, I missed the trailer in the first 5 minutes. We're waiting for Logan to get popcorn. All you hear is like the Universal intro, like dun 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 dun. And we're just like, we gotta go in. First, I walk into the wrong cinema, and I'm laying there, sitting there waiting for the movie to start, and it's just a black screen. I was like, oh fuck, I'm in the wrong one. So I had to run upstairs, and then I walk in, and it's already started. I probably missed something really important.
Yeah.
I was like, we did with the Star Wars. We missed something important.
We missed the most important scene in the trilogy because we got stuck behind 3 trucks and we were watching YouTube videos. Yeah, it's on 22.
Yeah, we're like, oh yeah, we'll be right. We'll watch like a funny YouTube video. We started watching it, then we're like, crap, we probably should leave. I probably should get money out as well, so we quickly
Yeah, so we had to go to the
get money
I had
out.
to go to the bank.
Yeah, but we were stuck behind like 3 cars. Just
Why'd you get money out? I don't know their boss there.
Don't
Oh,
say
no,
I
I
was
just-
speeding. I was following
the road rules.
the road rules, as you would when
No, I
you
just
go to the
wanted money
cinema
out.
and you're late.
What's that?
I just wanted money out.
Yeah.
But then I didn't even use the money because
Because we were late, so you couldn't use the money on food or anything.
I wasn't planning on buying food anyway. What was your weekend like, Ox?
Man, it was alright. Just pretty casual for an Easter. You know, just a Saturday for me. That's pretty much it. Friday was game. Didn't do much. No, we didn't do much after the game. Saturday, that was a pretty fun day. Sunday, I watched The Gift on TV. Gonna go to The Gift, but I had a white ticket.
That was Monday, not Sunday.
Oh, freaking
Sunday was races.
Sunday. Yeah, Sunday I did nothing. Monday, that's what I did Monday, and then so
It'll be the funniest thing when you text a group chat saying you got white tickets and Hackers was like, "Oh, I got white tickets too." Cox goes, "Yeah, I mightn't go now. I don't think I'll go anymore."
I didn't mean it like that.
We read it at Roddy's house and we just thought it was the funniest thing ever because it sounded like you were directing it because Hackers was like, "Oh, I've got a white ticket." Cox, you're
When
like,
Roddy said,
"I
"Ha
don't
ha,"
know."
I'm like, "Oh, that does sound
Yeah.
a bit bad."
It sounded like because he's got a white ticket, you don't want to go.
So it's like Mum gave me the white ticket, and I was like, "Oh, score!" Like, I'm pretty sure the boys have maroon, but I might as well ask. And then friggin'
Well,
for some reason Hack had a white ticket, and I was
Bailey
like, "Oh,
cracked
look,
it
I probably
'cause
won't go anymore." Just
we-
meaning because I didn't want to friggin' be there by myself.
Well, where we were on Maroon side, it wasn't it wasn't packed Maroon side, but you know like where the shirts used to stand around like that, around before the TV and all that, like right where the hedge is.
Yeah.
That's where we were standing for a bit. I'm like, that's where I was planning on standing anyway. Yeah, look at White side. It was packed. It didn't look like you'd get a seat at all. It was like crazy, and they had like a fence where it was like completely fenced off from like one side to the other.
Oh, really?
Like you couldn't even get across.
To like white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you couldn't like come across.
Wonder why they've done that.
I don't know, but it was so weird.
Yeah, Mum, because where Mum's work is like a major sponsor or something. So like
Yeah.
all their work got them. Mum's like, I'm not going to use it. I'm like, then yeah, I just ended up watching on TV anyway. It was nearly probably, I mean, apart from being there with your mates, it was pretty good watching on TV because you got to see the up close and hear it all.
Yeah.
It's like watching watching the footy on TV. It's honestly really good. But when you go, it's good because you're there.
Yeah.
But like
You
you
get to
can't,
experience
you can't
hear
get,
the
you can't see,
commentary and all that.
you can't see all like the little things
Yeah.
sometimes, unless you've got like a nice seat.
Yeah.
But then you're there, so like it literally blows everything out of the water.
Yeah. It's. But then at the gift, there's
so much
like,
going on.
There's so much, yeah. And then like going there's like good, but then if you're not in the right spot, you miss like most of it. Like we were at the spot where you could see the finish line, but right where we were standing, there was a something in the road where we couldn't see the TV.
Yeah.
So we watched the finish, and like you'd see like finish, and then you'd want to look up the TV because where we were standing was like all you'd see was the back of him, so you
Yeah.
couldn't see who actually finished.
Who
So you
actually
go to
finished
watch
first.
the TV to
Yeah.
watch the replay. There was something in the road. I'm like,
Yeah. Now that fella who friggin' got pushed back for fouling in the final, the men's, I reckon
Yeah.
he would have won.
You reckon?
He come second.
Ma-
and
no,
he
he
got
came
pushed-
third.
Yeah, but he was like a smidgen, wasn't he?
Yeah,
He was
well,
like
Bailey
literally
had
like neck and
Bailey
neck.
put money on him. He's gonna win 2,000 on him.
And he pushed back a meter, and he was like,
Yeah,
but I think he had a pretty decent start back there. They said.
yeah, he did. The guy that won ended up winning the 200 as well.
Yeah, I know, that's insane. And he only trained for 200, didn't he? Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure.
They said he only trained for the 200 meter, and I don't know how he qualified.
Somehow made the.
I don't know
final.
how he got into 120, and like how he like got into it being
I mean,
like I want to run 120 as well.
Saturday would have been like the heats and stuff.
Mm. He
And
only won
even
$800.
And he, huh?
In the 200 meter, you only won $800. And
Yeah.
in the gift, he won like 40 grand.
Yeah,
You'd be slapped.
But it would have been all the heat, so
shoulder.
Yeah.
because it's like if you go there, you might as well. If you train for the 200, you probably do
The 100.
The 100.
You're fast
And
if
it's
you can
heats.
friggin' win the 200.
Yeah.
It's heat. You might like it's just a heat, and
Yeah.
no one really like not too many people go and watch Saturday
Yeah.
compared to Monday.
Yeah.
But like, and then you get the finals. He made did the semi-final one to get into the final, and then just won. Yeah. But other than that, it was.
I
actually
bet that
pretty-
one chick, she was pretty fast.
Which
There
one?
was one girl like in a semi-final with the boys, yeah. And she was like literally all the way at the front starting, and everyone else was like
Oh yeah.
back here. But she come like second, I think. I think she generally comes second, yeah.
Yeah. There was one that was really funny. It was the little ass, and it was like the girls. There was this really, really small girl. Anyway, one of the girls false started, and this girl did not stop. She was bloody off, and you should have seen everyone like yelling, like telling her to stop. She was not stopping. I was like, gee, because she was the furthest one in front, and she just took off, and I was like, that was she was off, and then they did it the second time. I was like, yeah, she would have been puffed. She ended up like took off because she was ahead, and then just watch all the tall people just go
In front of her.
overtake her.
I had no idea what even happened at the gift because I had to work the Sunday, Monday.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Chick that one, she like started way in front of everyone. Maybe.
Except for the women's.
I
I don't know how the handicap works in that, but some of them are like
Mango,
7
Mango
meters in
thinks
front.
Mango thinks it's like crap, but he understands at the same time like
Yeah.
it's fair. But then some people like
It must
we're
go off
watching
in
like
finals
the
time
long
stuff.
the long
maybe.
races like the 400 or the 1600. You'd have the red person starting like on the line, and then like some people starting over there. So
Yeah.
he's gonna catch up nearly like 300 meters just to
Yeah, I know,
get
yeah.
in front of this person.
Yeah.
Especially when they're doing like 1.6, like that's pretty far.
Yeah.
To have a 300 like
It's just like 20% of the
300
actual
meters
race.
already like head start. That's nuts.
The chick that won, she like started way in front of everyone,
Yeah.
and like she won just.
But then with the girls or the boys as well, it's like even if you like get in the final, your time mightn't be as quick as everyone else, but you're still made the final, so you have like a fair crack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like you may be like in the semi, you may have smashed everyone else in time, but then in the final you're like the last, like you were the slowest. You still have like a fair crack at that point. But yeah,
They run in like 12.5 seconds, and I reckon I can't even run 100 in that. Like, back in
No, I-
Aths. I reckon I was like
Yeah.
probably just reaching like late 12 seconds with 100 meters, and that's 120.
All I know is I've got a terrible takeoff, so mine would be dog shit.
it's like we were talking about actually, saying how Mango has like a really good takeoff and then he's just terrible. He always still
He has a great
remembers.
takeoff, and then everyone else just slowly
Yeah,
passes
he
him
still
after 100
remembers. He's
meters.
like, he took off in the
like school athletics.
yeah, and I think it was the final, and he didn't want to do it because he knew he was going to lose. Like, oh, do it. It's all fun. And he said all he can remember is taking off and running. He's like in front. The next minute, you just saw in the corner of his eye, just everyone just slowly go. And he's like, because he's like, I've got good acceleration, but after that point, he hasn't. He
Yeah.
can't fulfill that speed, and everyone else just takes off at that point. But I feel like with those races,
It's like a truck going up a hill.
yeah, and he is the truck.
Yeah.
going downhill. But I feel like with those races, you get a good start.
Yeah.
Like you're off.
You good, yeah.
Like with anything, like in footy, if you
It always
take
comes
off
down to a
before
good start.
someone else, it's like
Yeah.
you're probably gonna get the ball before he is. 'cause
Tell you
you
what's great
take
about
off.
footy. Goalposts are back today. Trained back at Central.
Oh yeah,
Felt awesome.
Today
Felt
or
like we were
yesterday?
back at home.
yeah. Did they do some goal kicking?
No, because the goalposts went up until today.
Oh, till today.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. And then friggin', it was getting dark at like late 6-ish.
yeah.
So like it would have felt like footy season. It
Yeah,
gets
it
dark
was
like
good.
around 6.
No, I don't
Mid-footy.
like it though. I don't like when it's starting to get
Yeah,
dark
I don't either.
as you start and train. I like when it's still like.
I took
Right.
no notice really. But
It's a bit, well, you go to that.
You'll
when we're
notice
at
when you
north-
rock up and it's dark. And you
When
still
we're
gotta
at
do
north,
training.
it's like the sun will slowly come down at the very end.
Yeah.
Now it's like we're starting and the sun's like
Yeah, I know.
nearly eye level and you like,
yeah,
can't see.
you can't see. I remember that time.
But then it is good to train under the lights though. You can't go wrong with training under the lights. But it's just when the sun's out, it's like nice
Because
training.
sometimes
That's
you go, it's like freezing. Like,
Yeah, because the sun's gone. Well, it wasn't a bad Easter.
That was a good Easter.
What also happened Easter was still the footy.
I took no notice to any games because I was too drunk.
Well, I want to just highlight some games. We have
Essendon.
started off on Thursday, the 1st of April. Collingwood, Brisbane.
We choked. We always choke. They played a good
Well,
game and
that's
they
the
won.
one that
all
Zach Bailey kicked the goal in, right?
On the
yeah,
siren
to
and won the
win.
game.
All I'm saying is, if you have a look at what happened with Geelong and Brisbane the week before, same thing.
But
Brisbane just that fourth quarter can just like they're still playing,
Yeah.
and then
and
they
Brisbane should have won that game.
with the Geelong one.
Geelong,
Yeah. Well, look who tackled the guy that should have been holding the ball. It was Zach Bailey, so he would have kicked another goal to win him the game. He did it this week,
Yeah,
got him the win.
he's had a redemption, even though he should have.
Happened last
Yeah.
week.
Good Friday,
Is that
North
Bulldogs?
Melbourne,
Yeah.
Western Bulldogs.
Mango. I bet you Mango tipped North.
I bet you he didn't
No, he
even
wouldn't
know
have.
he was
He
playing.
wouldn't have.
He wouldn't have even known North was playing.
All I'm gonna say is shout out to Kirsten Body. She's a big fan of the podcast. She's a Western Bulldogs fan. She told me to shout them out, even though I'm probably gonna talk about it anyway. 167 to 39.
Big Bruce.
128 points they won by.
Yeah, 10 goals.
Josh Bruce kicked more goals than
Then their team.
than the whole game. They kicked 5-9. He kicked 10-2. He was
10-2. That's a
10-2.
solid
That's good. Yeah.
One of the other games Saturday. Sydney
I
beating
can't believe
Richmond.
that.
Yeah.
Sydney beating Richmond by 45 points, 72 to 117.
It just doesn't make sense.
I wouldn't.
I've got nothing to say.
One of the other ones as well. Obviously,
Here we
big
go.
fan. Essendon.
One.
Essendon beating Saints by 75 points.
That's solid.
143
That is-
to 68. We killed them. Carl Hooker,
Probably
kicked
Essendon's
5-2.
highest score in like 10 years.
5-2. No, we've
And you've
had
got-
big,
You
maybe.
got-
In recent
Wait, you've
memory.
got a guy out there, don't you? What's he
Dylan
his face
Shields is out, isn't he?
Yeah, Shields.
Oh yeah, he got
For an
injured
knee.
last week.
He's out for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
Some high scoring games now are back to 20-minute quarters. It's good.
yeah. But then the rule as well with the standing
Yeah.
on the mark,
Yeah,
it's just
true.
free flowing.
Tex kicked another bag. He's freaking looking good for a Coleman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
three.
kicked another 6 against
I
the
looked at it,
Suns.
it's like it was actually paying pretty high. Like I should have chucked on money for him for a Coleman medal
Well,
because it would go down.
actually, let me
Yeah.
have a look at the stats.
Because he's
We'll
got
go-
like, he's got like 25 goals in like 3 rounds.
That's ridiculous.
17. He's on 70. He's averaging 5.7.
Yeah,
That's what he's averaging. Josh Bruce is now up there with 14 because he kicked 10.
yeah, 10, yeah,
Harry Mackay kicked 6
yeah. I saw that.
last week. And then it's Josh Kendi 10, Ben King in 10. That's the like top 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, like people are kicking like heaps of goals.
Yeah,
Like this week we've had Bruce kicked 10, Mackay kicked 6. Even Carl Hooker kicked 5. No, Harry Mackay kicked 7.
yeah.
Kicked 7-5.
And you
Jesus.
You chuck on that multi, have him for 1, and you friggin'. I remember I chucked him on, had him in a multi, and I think that's all I needed. It was like the safest multi out. I think I was chucking on $5. Could have won like $30. Like it was like nothing. And he kicked like 0 goals 3. But it
Yeah.
was pouring rain,
Yeah.
and that was at work, and I was so salty.
And then there's just
Definitely
other
aiming for a goal as well.
there's just other margins like West Coast kicked 108. They won.
yeah.
Carlton kicked 109. Melbourne kicked 102. So there's some big scoring games
Did you see
this week.
Did you see, friggin'? Oh, I forgot his name.
Who's he play for?
It's Bulldogs.
Bulldogs.
Who's the main like disposals? Bulldogs.
I've got no clue.
Bontempelli, Liberatore, McRae.
Yeah, McRae. He was paying like $0.005.
Oh
for
yeah,
20.
he did. Yeah,
Yeah.
for
And
20.
he chucked 10 grand on that. Would have won you $50. And that was the max you could chuck on. Like, that's not even worth the risk of
Nah.
him getting injured. Like
Not at all.
Nah,
he's gonna get 20.
Yeah.
But there's more risk of him getting injured, especially 10 grand for $50 profit. It's like I reckon that's high risk, very very low reward. That should.
Went to Macca's before. I haven't been there in a while. I got a sundae for the first time in a long time,
But it's not Sunday.
and it wasn't just a plastic straw they give you. No, a paper straw.
They give you a wooden spoon.
They gave me a wooden
Yeah.
spoon to eat my sundae.
Apparently
Yeah,
it's
I've had
really
one.
bad.
It is. I have a splinter in my thumb because of it.
How's that Sunday?
No, I got one.
Wooden
Got an
spoon.
ice cream.
That's disgusting.
And my sister said apparently it makes like the ice cream taste terrible.
Well, you're licking a bit of wood, and it gets like you can feel it on
What is
your
it?
tongue.
Wood or someone said it was like bamboo or something.
Yeah, it's bamboo, same shit.
Is it?
Yeah,
They got the same sort of texture.
But you're telling me you're like actually got wood in your mouth. That's what you're telling me. You're getting a splinter. You can actually get a splinter off the bamboo spoon.
Oh, it's in my thumb. But
What is?
don't ever tell me I got wood in my mouth again. Nah, it was shit. Like I want a plastic or like a metal spoon. You know?
Metal.
Yeah, when you have it at home, you go home and get yourself.
What Macca's are gonna give you a metal spoon?
They're gonna buy like homemade
at that point,
spoons and hand them out.
At that point, just don't even give Ricky a spoon.
Yeah.
I'll just lick out the sundae.
Yeah, Sunday.
I like those plastic ones that used to have in McFlurries because they used to have
Yeah.
like the square, and then they used to chuck it in the machine, and you used to be able to stir it.
Mm.
That's what I was used for. Remember them?
Yeah.
And then they got rid of them.
I'm lost.
They're like it's like a spoon, but then like the spoon it was like a a rectangle.
Yeah, I think I got
handle,
you.
But
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
hollow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like it's used for like they put in like a machine, like the spoon in the machine, and the spoon would just like twist, and it would just mix it with McFlurry.
Oh, okay.
Because I always sit there and I'm like mixing the McFlurry, especially if I have a Oreo or something.
They're bringing out a couple. Yeah, I remember them. They've brought out
Yeah.
a couple new McFlurries, I think, but
Mate,
I don't know. They don't really look great.
I remember when that time Goof friggin' stitched me up, Macca's, was like a couple years ago,
Mm.
and I was like, you know, ordering McFlurries, like, oh, why don't you get like something else? I think I got like an Oreo McFlurry. He's like, why don't you get like something else in the McFlurry? It's like, oh, can you do that? And he's like, yeah. Like, I'm like, oh, what can you get on? I'm like, well, you can get mini M&Ms, Oreo, hot fudge,
Hmm.
like caramel, and I put like all this stuff on it. And next minute I saw him add the friggin' McFlurry and then like add like 6 toppings that were all $1.
Oh,
So I paid like an extra $6 that I didn't even know it was gonna be like. I thought you could just add whatever you want
Yeah.
onto it, but it was like it come out to an extra $6. So I ended up paying like $11 for this
Jesus.
McFlurry. It
Was it good?
was pretty good, but like
Wasn't worth
too
it.
much.
that's
too
like
much,
that's
yeah.
like a $10 McFlurry.
Yeah, not friggin' yeah.
How much are
I'm paid.
McFlurries nowadays? Like
$4.
4.
4.
She,
Mate.
she was quick to answer that
There's
one.
a day every year that McFlurry is like $2.
Yeah.
I think it's already been
There's a day every year that the hamburgers are 30 cents.
the 30-day 30
What?
deals. Everyone
No,
goes.
actually.
30 day 30 deals. Sorry, the cheeseburgers are 30 cents.
There's like a deal every
Jeez.
day.
50 cents. Fuck.
Yeah,
Deal-
30.
Yeah. He said 6, and I thought half price, but
Yeah.
There's a deal
I had
every day
$6 in my head.
in November, and they're actually not bad deals. Like some of them,
Yeah, they're pretty
Maybe
good.
like $6 for like a large Big Mac
Well,
meal and
that's
2 large
when
fries.
we actually have to.
It's a snack.
Like, this is one thing I actually want to talk about.
I'm not going to Macca's 30 days in a row.
No.
Okay.
No, this is one thing I want to talk about, which
Yep.
is just remind me on one of those days when the burgers are like 50
We get the
cents.
hamburger challenge.
We do the hamburger challenge, and this brings us to when are we actually going to decide to actually do videos for your channel?
I don't have if you guys want to do them, let me know, and I'll be like, okay, cool. Because I forget things.
Well, I
I forgot we were doing a podcast.
This is what I said. I text the group chat. We were talking in the
It
group
just
chat.
has to be
No,
after.
I fell asleep early because I had
It
no
just-
sleep over the weekend.
It'll just have to be after the podcast, I reckon, one night. Just like on this setup, but on Ricky's
Mm.
with Ricky's SIM card.
Yeah.
Just record it because I don't think we want to friggin' snag like 50 burgers each into our system and talk like on an hour podcast.
No, well,
No,
I'm
I'm
saying
having
like
burgers.
maybe like a weekend or something.
We
and
could,
then
yeah.
you could get like a better we could do it outside. And
Yeah,
that
I
way,
don't mind.
that way we're not sitting here and about to throw up and we have to like get a bucket.
I've only got one
We can just go
bucket
outside
and it's got a hole in it.
I got one bucket and it's always next to my bed.
I got 2.
Yes, you
I
bucket.
didn't go to the field days and score those free buckets. At the, you know the field days?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go to the fill the bucket stand each year.
Ah,
you get
okay.
a bucket, and now like back at like
We'll
mum,
always
dad's.
like let's steal all the hats.
Yeah.
Pens.
Yeah, you fill the bucket like all the pens and hats and all that crap. You get as many as you can. But yeah, back at mum and dad's, we have like 10 filled buckets because dad goes like every year, and each year we get a new fill the bucket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they're actually good quality. Like they're thick buckets. Yeah, thick.
Yeah. Alright, well, change it up again.
Yeah, right.
Because we've been told that one of our people that watches says that we should do 30-minute podcast, but
Which makes a lot of sense.
it does. But at that point, is it a podcast or is it just a YouTube video, a long YouTube video?
It's a short podcast. A pod clip.
It'd be classified like a podcast. You expect them to an hour to even two, like a decent podcast.
Yeah.
But I thought we'll keep changing up a little bit. I ended up thinking, why don't we do some would you rathers? I just got 250 here. We'll do a couple. We'll just talk about it.
We're doing
I got one. It's, would you rather find true love today or win the lottery next year? It's a tough one
Win the lottery next year.
because it's like, if you actually, what is true love? That's the real question.
Look, I'd like to find true love.
What is
but I'd
love?
also, if I had to win the lottery, I could follow every dream I've ever wanted.
That's what I'm saying.
So I'm
like,
gonna win the lottery.
But what do you define as true love? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you could really like a girl, or you could just
play
win,
it.
like
If you really like a girl,
Over the
over.
over this section of the podcast, can you like just do like the light sound of what is love?
What is love?
what is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
But
If it wasn't a lottery and it was just like a different amount of money, it was lottery's always expensive, like 50
Yeah.
mil. That's a shit ton. You're paying for your
But what-
family
but-
and their family's family.
but what's to say that you find true love, but then like 5 years down the line you break up? Well, at that point, what is
Whereas
the
if
point?
you get all the money, you can just get it all
Exactly.
taxed instead.
Yeah.
Taxation officer's like, you're doing nothing with this. You're gonna build a water slide, or we're taking it.
No, I'm gonna build a house.
Yeah,
Buy a plot and build a house.
literally buy all the
Oh,
people.
well, that's good.
a house.
If you won the lottery, what would you spend it on?
Myself,
No, but like obviously, but like what, like in particular, like
Myself.
I'd probably get myself a bigger dick first.
No, I'll,
Big and thick.
Yeah, and
I'd
then
probably
probably a house.
I'll probably like
see, I'm probably saying, but the opposite. I'm buying a house then a bit.
I'll probably
Get that, like
Yeah.
that. I'm gonna get my stomach pulled, so I'm skinny.
I'll probably pay for a couple weeks rent and give the rest to charity.
That's pretty good, actually. Yeah.
I want to sound like a nice guy, but I don't think I would.
Nah, I don't
Give
even
the rest
know.
to charity.
Like if imagine like 50 mil,
I'd give it a little
I'll
bit
pay
of
for a
charity.
year.
50 mil. What do you like?
50
I
million.
wouldn't even know. What to
50
do.
million.
I'd friggin' buy like
I'm
20
getting
million
a house.
Bitcoin and friggin' just let it sit for the next
No,
year.
I'll buy
I'd buy
one.
20 million houses.
I'd actually buy one just to so I know I have a Bitcoin. Like, yes, I've got one. It's a car.
Shut up.
Big balls. Mate, he's got the big
yeah.
wang out there.
House is probably a nice car.
What's a nice car, mate?
See, my nice car is different. Like I'd probably just
Get to America, you buy like $3.6 million, like
Rolls Royce.
Two cars.
yeah, one of them, and you just
Two
cruise
cars
around.
I want in the future are a Mini.
Mini Coupe.
Yeah.
Me and Coxie.
I want one of those old Sandmans.
Me and Coxie gonna buy a Mini Coupe. You just roll around. And
Yeah, I want
that's
a Mini
what's
Cooper.
gonna happen.
Because they're actually like they're 10 grand. They're like that's
Call them
nice.
Cox.
The Mini.
They're nice
Mini
as
gang.
inside, but they're Mini. It's like how easy would that be to drive and park?
Yeah.
But you just wouldn't be able to fit any crap in there. It'd just be nice to just drive a car. Be easy on fuel as well.
I'd get like a massive yard and all that. Have everything I want out there. Pay someone to look after the yard because
You got money for,
we got money.
and if you keep working, you just slowly.
And this might sound gay to everyone watching, but the first thing I'm building is a wrestling ring.
I mean, that's
Who you
kind of
gonna
cool
wrestle?
actually, though.
Hey,
Because imagine
Yeah.
just going to Ricky's like,
imagine
I'm fighting you.
imagine waking up and you see a text message off Ricky saying, "Hey, want to come over to mine for a wrestle?"
I'm taking that up. If we get a video out of that, that's banging. Imagine.
Do you know how gay that sounds?
Yeah.
Actually, mate, you
Have
should
a
get
fight.
make
I'm
make
fine.
a proper sumo ring. I reckon that'd be fun as.
Nah, I'm all about the wrestling, Cox. I'm not into that
See,
sumo thing.
Get the ring
It's
out.
just
Like, you mean like the circle ones that you like push each other off? Like,
Yeah,
push me out of
that's
the
the
circle.
Yeah, just like the circle, just like a circle sizes room, and you just gotta push them out of it.
That could also be a wrestling ring. Here. You have to like throw them out. Like, wrestling
yeah,
Yeah,
but that's what
floor.
sumos
floor.
do as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
It's not just all just pushing someone out your body.
Yeah, yeah.
And you don't really tap
I've watched
into
a
the
bit.
floor.
I've watched a bit of sumo as well.
Well,
You've actually watched sumo.
so
Where do you
what
watch
do we?
sumo?
So we're all saying
I've done bits.
we're winning the
I've
lottery.
seen a bit.
We'd rather win the lottery than find true love.
Yeah, because we're
Today,
We're not good
we
men.
can't really find true love today. It's tonight. It's late, so haven't got much time.
She's
Bedtime
gonna
soon.
have to like knock on my doorstep at like 11:59.
Yeah, just to. I've got another one. Would you rather be in jail for 5 years or be in a coma for a decade?
Probably be in jail.
I'm going to jail,
For
Yeah.
5 years.
Yeah, I'm not wasting 5 years of my life.
especially 10. I'm good. 5's enough.
And I'm living.
I'll wake up in 10 and the music will be even gayer than it is today.
I don't know. It's just jail. If I go to good jail, yeah.
I'll friggin' wake up.
If it's St. Quentin, I'm out.
If
Mate, I'll wake up from a coma in 10 years, and that hospital bill's gonna be like $2 million.
Yeah, that's why you win the
actually
lottery.
true, yeah. When you think about it that way, that's
That's the whole
a lot of
lottery
money.
gone.
But you don't have to pay anything in jail.
But then you'd
You
be
can also pay some with the lottery you've just won. You pay
we'd
to
be
get out
nearly
of jail.
30.
You friggin' go into jail and you just work out every day. And
But you
become
have
buff.
missed just
Come
10
out of jail
years.
70.
You'd want to work out, otherwise
5.
you're someone to bitch.
You have just lost 10 years just being a potato.
Yeah.
Where in jail you can fix
So
yourself.
Logan's been in the coma his whole life.
So you can sort of fix yourself in jail. Like you can still.
You
as
can.
Jim
Someone,
says-
someone can also fix you up in jail.
Well, you know.
Nah, I got one first, but it's a bit dirty.
Alright, let's hit us with it.
If
Yeah, I'm
you-
just having a look at.
If you were 1 inch
Oh
Ricky.
no! Oh no!
and Logan was 1 inch and you, which way would
Wait,
you
what?
move to get out?
What was that?
So, if he was 1 inch and you,
Who?
him, 1 inch and you, and then Logan was 1 inch and him, which way would he move to get out?
I'm moving sideways.
That's not what I thought.
No, you got to move forward or back.
Oh.
No, I'm not answering this. Why is Logan in this, and why is
Because
me and him?
I didn't want to add me. To it.
Because he's the one saying it.
It's like, what? I'm going to say that Russell's 1 inch and me.
Do you reckon he could get 1 inch in you?
Oh, that's uncalled for.
Oh.
Here we go. I've got one.
I'd rather
This
just
is-
sit there
No, we're after
with an
that.
inch
We're
in
after
both,
that.
and
Well, no,
just
no,
get a gun
no.
and shoot myself,
No.
and I'm not moving back
No.
and forth.
Yeah, but at that point, you've died. You've just.
I've died being.
You're falling
fucked.
forward. You're falling forward. At that point, you're dead, but you've still done it.
I don't have the humiliation.
Or
of living
back.
with
And then
everything.
Russell's having a
imagine-
bad time.
Imagine actually dying and falling, like shooting yourself in that situation and falling back. At that point, you've done it.
If you jump, that one's coming out, and yours is gonna fall
Alright.
out. All right.
Would you rather give up air conditioning and heating for the rest of your life, or give up the internet for the rest of your life?
Air conditioning, heating. You have blankets and shit for reasons like.
Oh, that's a
Yeah, I'd go that.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, and there's not like there's no way of cooling yourself down. It's like
Yeah.
We were like the last sort of.
Just go for a run or something if you want to call yourself
We were
down.
like the last generation to kind of remember what it wasn't before internet.
yeah.
And before internet, I was a pretty
But then,
boring
but
person.
at that point, it's like if it's hot, you take some clothes off. There's still water.
Yeah.
You don't need an aircon. If it's hot, just put more clothes on, blanket.
If it's hot, you just hop in bed nude.
Yeah. Or
Like,
you just
like there's things all around an aircon. But if it's cold, you're just like, where's my blankie? Get all snug. Or you get a girlfriend to keep you warm, but I can't do that.
What else we got? Would you rather lounge by the pool or on the beach?
By the beach.
I'm thinking pool because there's less people staring at me
Yeah, but there's more people to stare at.
at the beach. Yeah, but
That sounded
No,
really
I'm a
pervy.
beach man. I like the waves.
Beaches are cooler. until we lay down and the water comes up behind our back and you don't tell me and you run off like a chuka. Lawn.
I don't know. I was just sand. I don't like sand.
Yeah, Russell's got bad asthma, so he's friggin'.
Yeah.
He doesn't want that. He doesn't want that sandy crack.
No, I'm getting itchy. Probably. I'd probably.
I'm going
Actually,
beach.
I don't know. It legit shows a picture of a beach. I'm like,
Of a
oh,
beach.
that does look good.
It does look good, and it would look good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go beach.
All right,
You going beach?
I'm going beach.
Cox, you beach?
Yeah, I'm going beach.
Right. Would you rather wear the same socks for a month
Oh,
Ew.
fuck that.
or the same underwear for a week?
Socks. If you wear some underwear, you are gross.
Yeah, but one's a week and one's a month. I'm going the jocks.
Wait.
Because
Jocks a
you
week.
can go.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Jocks was a month.
Yeah, I'll go.
Nah, if it was a month, I'd.
Because you do like.
My
you
socks
do-
go stiff if I leave them on the floor. Not for any reason. They
Whoa.
just go stiff because I got like really
yeah, but
bad
at that
smelling
point,
feet.
at that point, you're wearing like it doesn't specifically say that you're wearing socks all the time. You wear your underwear all like every day for that whole week.
Apparently,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
but
get
no,
free
but-
bowl and you just like put it in your pocket or something.
Yeah, but
You're
like
still wearing it on
socks, socks. You like say you go out like right now. I'm wearing slides with socks, but I don't have to. Like, it's for a month. Unless you're saying that month you'll have to wear socks every day.
No, what you do is you get your jocks one day, switch them, literally, back to front one day.
Oh, but that
inside
feels
out,
weird. Have you
one
actually
day,
done that?
Back to front one
Have
day.
you-
No,
have
I've never put
wore-
my
have
jocks
you,
on
like-
backwards.
I've done that once, and it just instant regret
Yeah, no, but
because
it's
I've
better
just
than
done.
wearing
I've done one of those ones where I
sneaky
just
socks.
It's like you're wearing like a
jocks
cup.
no, it's just like
Oh,
it's just weird. So what we just
I'm
wear
going jocks for a week.
for a week.
But I'm gonna free bowl that whole week anyway.
So at that point, you're not wearing it.
No, I'm not wearing the same socks for a month. That's what I'm saying.
Uh,
If you smelt my feet, which you probably can right now, you don't want to after a month the same socks.
would you rather spend
do
a week in the forest or a night in a real haunted house?
Ooh.
Week in a forest. I don't have survival skills, but like
I played enough survival games on there.
I've played enough off the forest to survive in a forest.
Yeah, but that shit has people
Wait.
chasing after.
Exactly. So you wouldn't
A
even
week in a forest or how many days in the
yeah,
forest?
spend a week in the forest or a night in a real haunted house.
I reckon it'd be fun in the forest.
I'll go.
It'd just
I'll
be
go
funner.
a night in the haunted house.
You're a weirdo.
I feel like
What are they going to do to you?
I feel like the haunted house, like
I
nothing,
feel like
nothing
I
would
feel
happen.
like if it's a real haunted house, it's just one night where it's like you have to survive in the forest for a
Haunted,
week.
I don't think haunted houses
Yeah.
and like
Who's
haunted.
getting food? You can't just order Macca's like menu log.
Get Uber Eats.
Haunted houses aren't just like the movies. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you might hear things in the night. It's like when you go to asylums and
Have
crap,
you seen?
they're
Oh,
haunted.
there's an old.
You don't always
Just sit
see
there with
something.
it a board and you just like say yes, like
Well,
move the Ouija board around.
You know the side. You know how the Sidemen did the Sidemen show, Cox. They went to a haunted house, but before that, like this is another time.
Yeah.
But before they were going to do another show with Bear Grylls, they went and stayed at a different haunted house, the one they didn't do in the episode. And all of them decided to sleep in the lounge besides two. Harry slept upstairs and just apparently passed out. And Josh slept next to one of the haunted rooms, like the one that they said was looking really dodgy.
yeah.
Apparently he was in there and all of a sudden the door like swung open, like for this other room.
Yeah.
And it like but he heard the click of the door actually open, and then like it wasn't like he like a wind came and it just opened.
It was like,
You could hear the click of the door open and then the put like and then it opened.
Yeah.
He was trying to like work it out. He went downstairs and everyone was like, "Oh, he's the tough one." He's even down here a bit scared because he was like so confused. He ended up going up there to the door with Vic. He's like videoing saying like this what happened. Like you heard the click of the door, like when you open the door and you hear the click and then open.
Yeah.
So it's like someone's actually pushed it. And he like closed the door, opened it, like pushed it, used force and said, "Look, I'm using force. Like I'm not opening it." And then pushed it down, opened like a normal door. It opened. He's like, "That's weird." And now like he's like trying to in his head, he's like trying to work it out. Like, how the hell has this happened? Next minute, he like opens, like closed the door again, goes to open it, locks. He can't open it.
Really?
And then Vic was like, "Oh no, you're playing." He like tried it. Vic couldn't even open it as well. The door just randomly locked.
That's fucking insane.
And like they didn't like. There's no like. I don't know where the lock is, but like he was just opening and closing the door, trying to work it out.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden the door like it wouldn't move at all, and like 2 seconds later the door was open, and you're like trying to work it out, and I'm like, Jesus, that's pretty scary.
Just take off all the doors.
Take off all the doors.
Well, doors are like the main things in a haunted house that, open
Yeah, you
and
hear
closing
it because
doors.
you hear it more if you. And
'Cause,
it's
like,
probably like
it's just like,
you see
You
shadows.
get very anxious as well, and you think you're hearing things.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's what sometimes I feel like that people go more crazy in the haunted house because they think they're hearing stuff, but they're not.
Yeah.
They're like,
They just know.
did you hear that?
They got that mental
And everyone's
thing.
like, no, I didn't hear it. And they're like, oh, did you hear that? And it's nothing, but they're thinking they're hearing sounds now.
Me and an old workmate used to you go to this workmate's house with Logan, and he swore to God this house was haunted. Like their first night, they heard the running man. There was all of them downstairs, and they were hearing like things run up and down the staircase.
Oh, still right, good.
Yeah, like hearing like things run up and down the staircase, like big thumps from upstairs and stuff, but nothing was happening.
Yeah.
And so they did like all these ghosts. They got into ghosts like shit for like ages. Anyway, me and Logan went there, did an Ouija board with him, and we were like freaking out. And every time, like there was a squeak in the house, like a cricket outside, I would shit, like we'd all shit out
Yeah.
house. And you just go like crazy.
So what are we doing? Spending a week in the forest or a night in a real haunted house?
I'm going
Yeah.
a week in the forest. I'm gonna go full bike and put a bow and arrow, kill some deers, eat them raw.
Where
I'm
are you
going
doing
at
this?
night.
If you're doing this in Stall, you're in the Iron Barks. What do you? Emu, kangaroo. That's it.
I'm walking to Mango's house for food.
Well, yeah.
Nah, I'm doing the night.
I don't know. I hate scary stuff. Like I can't even handle playing.
But even
I have a swag
even
for
a
a
week
reason.
in
It doesn't get used.
even a week in the forest by yourself, a full week.
Yeah,
That's
that's what I'm working out. But it's like it's one night in a real haunted
Yeah,
house. If you
Just
just
one night.
fall asleep, what? Because I'm like
What
I
happens
hack
if
it,
nothing happens?
hack the system. I'm staying up the night before all night. So by the time I get to it, I'm just dying.
The only thing
I'm
that
falling
the only
asleep.
thing that would comfort me in a haunted house if I wake up and some ghost girls tickle them like me.
A ghost.
But that's it.
You know what? This is really
It's pushing.
because it's one night. It's one night.
Yeah, one night. I'd rather stay a night. Friggin'.
I just want to
The
stay in
worst
the
one
forest.
But I like scary stuff. I
Have a week
can't even
going.
hack. Like I'm just
Can't
get
go
so
on the
scared.
zipper.
Well, what about in the forest by yourself? At friggin' 2:00 in the morning.
Does it say by yourself?
It just says in the week.
Oh, the boys out for a camping trip to a forest. Like that's so
Just like
simple.
camp-
Yeah, but then at that point you're bringing food. Like
Yeah,
I
it
feel
does-
like
it doesn't
camp
say you
trip.
can't
I feel
bring
like-
food.
I
this
feel
is
like
what
it
I'm
should
saying. Like
It
you
should
can-
be by
you know,
yourself.
You can
Should be by yourself.
and
I reckon.
like no food. You,
You
have
can
to,
take
like,
sleeping pills
survive.
into like the haunted house. and
Like you
just
have to
pass out.
survive. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You can not sleep the night before and then just die. Like go there and just fall asleep for the whole night.
But I'm saying you could have a good time. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't go in depth of what
No,
you can and
I'll
can't
Probably
do.
just stay on
Probably-
the veranda out in front of the haunted house. Not in the house. I'm at it.
Does it say in the house?
Just in a real
In.
I'm probably gonna do the haunted house because it's at night. I'm not gonna be walking around like experiencing. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
If I get touched, I'm crying, but I'm gonna close my eyes and pretend it never happened.
And as soon as
That's how all the black people die in horror films.
Would you rather find a rat in your kitchen or a roach in your bed?
probably rat in the
Pretty
kitchen.
easy for you. Rat in the kitchen.
Yeah, probably a rat in the kitchen.
Was it a rat before?
No, it's the mouse.
No, I knew that was
They're
gonna
the
be an
exact
easy
same
one.
thing, are they not?
What about this
Nah,
one? This
rats
is
are like massive.
Rats are bigger.
this
yeah.
is
Yeah.
this is a. Actually, I'll check the camera real quick. You already saw it.
This one's just easy.
What would you rather have, a pause or a rewind button in your life?
A rewind button. But if any funny shit happens,
Pause.
I want to
Why
see it
do you use
again.
Pause.
Rewind.
Why would you use the pause? Like, what would you need?
Russell
pause?
uses it to be a perv.
What?
Just like
That's
pause.
it.
Wait, you say pause?
Yeah, it just says like, would you
What-
rather
what-
have
what
a
would you do
pause or a rewind
How,
button?
In what way would you use the pause? Like, do you just pause? What?
Yeah, it's like click. You just click the button and it
just
pauses.
everything pauses.
Except for you.
So you just like.
Mate, you'd be able to get
pause
away with like so
You
much.
can pause
though.
right
time.
now.
I'd pause.
You could steal money.
You'd be able to get away with so much, like doing the pause. Like imagine
I'd do a pause rather than a rewind.
I don't ever think about how long you can pause for.
exactly.
But I'm rewinding because I want to see funny shit again. Like
At that point, wouldn't you get sick of it though?
Nah.
Next thing in your life, you can rewind and redo it again.
Exactly.
That's true.
Or like,
I don't know. See, that's why I said,
So
like,
when
there's so
Ricky-
many, like, pros and
Ricky's
cons.
coming up to that roundabout.
I could
Up right there.
rewind and be like, okay, Logan, let's not do a couple 360s in the roundabout and ride off this
And
car
Logan would go, okay, I thought we weren't going to do that anyway.
because I didn't know what you were gonna do.
But that's the thing, is, like, there's so
Change
many
the
pros
song.
and cons for both, though. 'cause
yeah,
you can-
yeah. Change the song from
Because it doesn't say, like, how long you pause for. It's not like, oh, you get 10 minutes and that's it.
do
and
you,
then
do
it
you
goes
have
again.
to like? Do you have to live from where you rewinded back from?
Pretty sure if you
That means
if you paused and you went to that side of the room and you click play, you're over there. You're
Yeah,
not
no,
back
he's
where
saying
you.
he's
Yeah.
saying the
No,
rewind.
like the rewind.
Like,
So,
if you-
when you rewind, you
it's
can't
like-
fast forward.
it's
you have
like-
to like live where you rewind to.
Yeah.
It's like going back to
So say
like,
if you rewinded to that car incident, you're only 18. Friggin', we're both at IGA
Right now.
still,
Yeah.
and you have to like live from then.
I don't know. I only rewind like 30 seconds in the past.
So you
I wouldn't change something that happened like
Yeah.
a year ago, or like
But
No,
then
what
say-
happens
a week
if
ago.
what happens if it's like you have a mad stuff up in your life where friggin'
well then I'd
yeah,
already.
but
probably,
at that point, at that point, it's like, I don't know. It's probably not worth having a rewind. Because if
at
you
that point,
did something,
if you do
you'd
something
have to go
wrong,
relive your whole life again,
Yeah.
though. Like say you didn't want to do the crash now, you have to go back to then and relive what you've done already.
yeah.
No,
So like all your memories are gone.
if you already had it, you can just do it straight away.
What?
Like if you already had the rewind button, if you did the crash, you could just do it.
Yeah, but we're saying it like now.
You can't fast forward from the crash. You have to be at the crash.
then I get stuck in 2018.
Yeah.
And then you have to relive what you've done now. You don't remember anything. Like it all just
Yeah.
goes back to that point.
No, I reckon you remember stuff.
No, you'd still remember it.
How would that?
What,
be?
you remember all of this?
Yeah.
You remember to the point where you rewind.
Rewind's awesome. You could win every lottery, so you don't have to pause and
Technically
steal
you
money
could.
How could you win every lottery?
because you know what's going to happen. There's a memory from when you're in the future, and then you rewind. Like, okay, now this horse is going to win $1,000,
Oh,
But then that
or the
doesn't-
lotto number's going to be this number. It's like the Garfield episode. Like I don't know what episode it is, but he got the next day's newspaper. So
But
they
what
always
happens if-
knew.
Yeah, but-
what happens if
I'm
it's
saying,
just a
like,
different day from that day?
I'm,
like,
I'm saying like right now,
the horses
like I'm
don't
saying,
win.
I don't know.
I'm saying with the
Future's
rewind
fucked.
one, the rewind, you remember your crash, so you want to go back to crash, and then you know at that point that you've gone back to that you know that you're gonna crash here, but then that's all you know. Like then you have to, like everything else is just reliving it, because at that point, like you could, I mean, it makes sense to put money on a horse and then next minute losers go back and then redo it like that.
Yeah.
But like if you want to rewind so long ago, surely.
No, I wouldn't even think about that. You do it responsibly, exactly how Click tells you to do it.
Yeah, but that's a pause, not a rewind, isn't it, though?
No, it's anything. That's a full-on TV remote.
I haven't seen it in that long.
Well, he goes back and forth too long and fucks up everything. But if he just did it in little short amounts where he only needed to do it, then he would have lived a great
Mum,
life.
I'm just saying, like, if you want to rewind back so long, surely you can't have all this. Like, imagine me going back to when I was, like, 6. I've still got all my memories since then. Like,
You wouldn't even do that. Like, why?
no, but I'm just saying, like, that's, I'm just saying in that example of you going back to the car,
Or-
because it's so long ago, but you've got all this knowledge.
Or what you could do is you rewind, right? So rewind from this point to
To the start of this conversation and change my answer to pause, so this wasn't a really stupid argument.
no. This will change. This will keep your thing on rewind, right? Go all the way back
that's
to
your
the
foot.
crash. Change the So go all the way back to the crash. Change it so you didn't have to crash.
I wouldn't even change it because that
Right.
paid for Christmas when I got that card money back.
But say you did, right?
Yep.
And then if you want to live back here, you just keep rewinding it until you're like 0, and then it goes back to the start.
That doesn't make
Makes sense.
does
I
it?
wasn't really listening.
So like when you're back at the crash, instead of like you change the crash and having to live all that through, you change the crash, then you just keep rewinding, and then it'll just go back. To
Yeah,
like,
but that wouldn't make
then
sense though,
Your
because
rewind
you've-
button's broken.
No, because at that point
But
you
it's just gonna-
rewind back. All the stuff previously hasn't happened, or are we saying it has happened? So now you can
Yeah.
rewind, stop the crash, but now your whole life
It's
is
just
still
happened-
is
it's
still
just
the exact
happened
same.
differently.
Yeah.
It's just happened
It's
differently.
like-
with
it's
that
not a
car.
video.
You didn't get Christmas that year.
It's not a video. It's not like
that's what I'm
I don't
talking
like. I don't like. I've got like, and then like what 17, 18 years, right? You go back to, or like in our case we're nearly 20, so we've got 20 years, which is ages, right? But say it's like 20 hours. When you're 18, you crash. So you go back to 18, you cut out the bit of you driving, but then you still can go back forward. What?
If you can go
No,
back,
but
to
like everything slightly changed from that crash. You said to pay for Christmas.
you don't know
That-
the actual.
That year, you just ask your mum, "Oh yeah, that's the Christmas." We didn't have Christmas.
But
that
then I
It
feel
could be
like
like
you
one of those-
rewinding like a hefty amount would change everything that happens.
year.
That
It would.
because
That's
just
why
say
you don't
like
change something so severe.
I have a third
yeah, exactly.
answer.
But that's what I'm saying. If you rewind back to ages ago, what happens after that could change the whole thing.
Yeah, I know.
I have a better answer for this question. You say no to both of them, and you go, "I'm going to live life."
But then if you have a rewind button or a pause button,
No, you
know,
just,
I pause-
just-
I
you
don't-
know,
I
you
don't
got to
know
keep
why. It's
time.
like-
You got to keep time
But
and
that's
space.
what I'm
and
saying. It's like
keep
both
everything
of them are like
responsibly and still.
both of them have pros and cons. Because like what you were saying with the horses, imagine going like horses. You put a bet on a horse, crap, it's lost. Rewind, you get the winner. You
Yeah.
know who won.
chuck 10 grand on it. And then you don't remember, do you?
But that's what I'm saying. Like what? Like,
I don't know.
what's
Makes
the
it
go?
fair.
If you don't like, because like
If you do remember, that'd be sick. But if you don't, then
It can make you become like a great YouTube star. Like if
Go
if
back
you,
to
if you were
2013.
riding a bike and you did like a really funny stack, and it's 2013 because YouTube was like
good then.
funny then and good. I'd be like, oh shit, let me go back, let me get my camera, let me film it and chuck it on YouTube. And then I'm on Fail Army.
Yeah.
go back to 2013, chuck like 300 on Bitcoin, and then just friggin'
But at that point, like this is
Stonks.
what I'm saying. Do you remember that? So that you know
Yeah, I
to
know.
chuck money on that because you know Bitcoin's gonna grow,
Yeah.
or do you just not know? Like this is like there's so many.
I don't know. Go back to 2016, chuck money on Ethereum.
Yeah.
Maybe it's only used for emergencies. Like if you lose a finger in an accident,
Well, I'm
you
just
go back with the other, like you keep that finger.
I'm just saying it's like
I don't know.
something happens. Like say you crash tomorrow, but you rewind it before it even happens. Do you still know that you're gonna crash soon, or you're just
I don't know.
I've got
so
one.
do you just rewind it? And then,
I don't know how time travel works.
that's what I'm saying.
It
Like,
doesn't exist, and this
Otherwise-
question is stupid.
That's why I was like pause. You can pause.
You can
stuff.
probably pause is probably better. Okay, my answer's pause.
Would you rather be a Mac's worker or a Hungry Jack's worker?
Hungry Jacks.
Neither. They both suck.
No, you got to pick one.
I'm picking Subway.
Hungry
minimum-
Jacks.
Picking the minimum wage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd
found-
go Hungry Jack's.
Hungry Jacks is open that hour later. You get that, penalty rates.
It's just better friggin' food.
So what are we picking? Pause or
I think
I just
rewind?
don't like Macca's workers.
I'm gonna pick a pause. Because imagine
I'll probably
just
pick a
pausing.
pause, just because rewind's confusing. We don't know the rules.
pause.
Just imagine like you pull a face. And I pause it as you pull a face. I'm getting snapshots. I'm bloody getting the boys around. I'm picking the boys up, getting them around.
And you're like,
Right in front, I'm pausing. Ricky's making that face, and they're all gonna find it funny.
you could pause. They'll like punch me in the head and then play it, and I'll just fly over there.
Yeah.
It's beneficial to pause.
This one is kind of funny.
Well, you
This
could
relates
pause, pick up Ricky, put him like
in the air, and then he just drops.
He
yeah.
could take me to wherever the hell he wants in
put
the
him in
world.
Ballarat,
Yeah, wait.
pull him,
Yeah.
come back.
And he can speed on the highway and everything.
Yeah.
Because
There's no rules. I'd go to the bank, like, just go to the back and get some money.
Friggin'
And,
steal an aircraft. And
but see, this is the point. Like, do you
skydive
with
off
the
and leave him up
rewind?
there.
With the
Press
rewind,
unpause.
what happens if I just commit the murder? Like I do something bad,
Yeah.
and I can rewind, and at least I've said in my lifetime, if I still remember, I committed the murder.
I swear someone actually has a pause button in real life because my AirPods and socks go missing. A lot. And not where I leave them. Someone's pausing them and they're playing with me.
This one relates to us. Would you rather always have a full phone battery, or a full gas tank, or a full car?
Full gas tank.
Yeah, I'd probably say full gas.
Because you can charge your phone in your car.
I'm
Not
saying
saying you would use it in your car,
I'm just saying like that.
I'm probably
Now
taking gas tank.
now I've got my license. I'm like, I'd
gas
probably
tank, but
I
if
probably
you
would have
were-
gone with my phone.
Yeah.
If you didn't
But
have a
now,
car.
now I have a car.
It
and
would
I
be
can
very-
drive.
Yeah.
I'm going.
It would be very convenient with your phone, but
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be
For
more
you.
convenient having.
Imagine
Problems with
like
fuel.
you have trouble charging your phone. Imagine just having a full phone battery all the time.
Imagine just having a phone that
Just
doesn't
with-
have a bad battery.
Yeah, I
just
know.
with-
Yeah, it's just
without-
simpler than
with all
paying-
the money-
I'd rather pay for a phone with a good battery than gas for the rest of
Just
my
with friggin' all the money that you save from fuel, put it towards a new phone.
life. And you still have
That
all that
has an
extra that
unreal
you never
battery.
ever have to
Yeah.
like pay for fuel again. That's a pretty
Yeah.
dumb question, I think.
No, I'm just like.
If I
just thought,
was 16,
Yeah, Russell,
didn't-
why'd you make that one up, mate?
would you rather lose all your teeth, or lose a day of your life every time you kiss someone? I don't know what this one is.
Like die earlier.
wait, what was that? What was that again?
Just lose a day.
So the day.
Probably lose all my teeth.
So every time you kiss someone, you lose all your teeth,
I'll probably.
or lose a day of your life every time you kiss someone.
I'd lose all my teeth. And
Probably a
just
day of my
buy-
life because I don't get many kisses. But if
That's what I'm
I
thinking.
did get kisses, I'd probably.
But it's just a day.
But if
What-
you lost your teeth, the girl would be like, I don't want to kiss you anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So you get
Did
one
you
kiss,
just get veneers? Oh no, you get dentures.
Yeah, you get
They fall
dentures.
and then you
Do they
lose
fall
all your
out too?
teeth.
out. No, they should.
They just disappear. They just vanish.
Yeah, it's like they're like dust.
You kiss someone mid kiss, it just disappears.
And you go to smiling.
Oh yeah.
Then you,
I wonder if like this is gonna sound really bad, but like people who have died just wear their fake teeth still, and then they've just got like a nice
They'll,
fake
they'll, no,
teeth.
they'll remove them.
Yeah. No, but imagine if they did.
I'm so confused. What?
The people who have like passed,
Yeah.
like still wear their teeth when they get buried, and then like obviously the body disintegrates, but
Yeah.
the teeth are just like
Just stay.
Do their dentures just stay like full?
Alright, I got one.
I don't know.
This is
surely it'd be someone.
look right now. This one's probably pretty obvious, but I'm taking it back to school. Right? If you're in
Old school.
would you rather get a paper cut every time you turn a page, or bite your tongue every time you eat? Because I'm saying now, if we did that, you'd probably do the paper cut because you're not touching much paper. But back at school, you're reading, you're writing
VCAL.
pages.
We did VCAL. We did no pages. I'm used to
Yeah, but
getting
like
paper
you
cut.
still like no, but I'm not just saying that. I'm saying you're like
Is it like
just
a
school
hard
in
bite?
general.
Is it like a hard bite? Or because
I just-
sometimes I nip my tongue and I freaking nearly start crying.
No, it's just like I get the times when you like chew and next minute your tongue just gets in the road.
Yeah.
I know, like
I'd rather eat in peace because I like my food.
I haven't had a paid cut in years. Now I say that I'm gonna have one tomorrow.
Yeah, I haven't
but
had one in a
but
while.
like
I'll get cardboard cuts. all day
Cardboard
tomorrow,
cuts and-
tomorrow.
I've had a cardboard cut right on the finger now.
I'm probably
Couple
They hurt.
I'm probably gonna get a paper cut. Like I'm saying back in school, so like
Yeah.
not just VCAL, just in general.
Just the whole throughout school.
Through school, like you'd always like
If it got
turn
to,
a page or something like in just
I'd be
all
like,
the time.
it hit like 3 weeks and just go like, miss. Every time I turn the pages, I cut myself. Can I do it online for the rest of the year?
Well, what I do is
Yes.
I'd sit there and with your book that you want to open, unless you're reading a book, that's when you choose to read it online or watch the movie or whatever. But
You
when wanna
open every page with a ruler. Like, you stick it in the page and be like,
Yeah. And you get one paper cut. And that's it. Instead
Mm.
of getting 50, getting there. You just freaking like.
but it's just every time you turn
you go,
it just says if you get a paper cut every time you turn the page. So like even
but then
like
if
you'd
you-
have to turn the page. It's like say you're reading it.
Yeah.
You're not telling me you're like I can see lifting up is not turn the page, but when you fully turn the page, it's paper cut. I'm
Where?
like now
Between
I'm
the
getting
fingers?
a paper cut.
Between there.
See,
no,
that's just,
right here.
Or
Oh,
what about when the fingernail's off and just right on the fingernail? When there's no
No.
fingernail there.
well, I'm probably like if we did it now,
Guys
I'm
are
probably
hurting me.
doing paper cut.
I'm doing paper cut.
Yeah, I do paper cut now.
I don't want to bite my tongue more than a hot dog.
Yeah.
At school. Like, I'm good.
Would you rather die in 20 years with no regrets, or live to 100 with a lot of regrets?
Die tomorrow?
I
With
have
none?
I have no regrets.
No, die in 20 years, not tomorrow.
No regret.
You don't have to die
I'd rather
tomorrow.
live-
It's dying in 20 years.
Oh, dying in 20 with no regrets. Shit, I thought it was dying tomorrow.
I mean, you're you've lived nearly 20 years with a lot of regrets, so you might as well just stick it out for the next.
For the next 80.
But But at that point,
No, but it says,
at that
like-
point you're dying at 40 with no regrets, but everyone else is still living.
Oh well. Yeah, that's better with me.
I mean, I
No,
mightn't
that's
up.
100.
Yeah, but at that point, I'm like, Jesus, he was a good. He has no regrets.
I'll get
He
to.
lived his life to the fullest.
I'd get to 100 and be like, kill me. I just
I'll
want
get
to be
to
able to
You'd be-
walk or
You'd be
breathe.
Stan's bloody
I'll get to
grandpa.
99.
Kill me.
I'll get to 99 and a half. Write a real sick book about all my regrets. Regrets.
Regrets.
And then I'll live half my life as a billionaire because that is a sellout.
What is this? The life regrets. Like that'd be a good.
99
book.
years of regrets.
Then he gets labelled as a racist or
No,
something.
'cause at
Somehow
that po-
out of his
'cause
book
then
and
at
then
that
gets
point
like
you're
abandoned by
inspiring-
community.
You are inspiring people through like your regrets, so no one else is gonna do them.
Yeah.
Look, this one. This one's so weird. Would you rather sip gin with Ryan Reynolds or a shot
With
of
Hugh
tequila
Jackman?
with Dwayne the Rock Johnson?
Doing a shot of tequila. That's fucking stupid.
But who
I'd having
who
some
would you rather
Terramana.
meet though? Ryan Reynolds or The Rock?
The Rock.
The Rock. I'd rather be The Rock.
Yeah, I'm picking The Rock.
yeah,
but,
gonna-
like, I'm a big fan of Ryan.
No, is that
Yeah,
Ryan's
but
toys.
like, The Rock was like my inspiration as a kid.
Yeah, to be fat.
No, to
Look at
be a fucking wrestler, you nong. I don't know what that means.
How long have we been going for? I'll try and find one more.
Get a good one.
Watch, this will be the worst one.
Yeah, no.
What? This Sunday. Oh, alright. I didn't really chat.
Well, are we? Don't know.
Yeah,
We don't have
probably.
to. If you're busy, we don't have to.
I don't know if I'll be busy on that, so.
Well, just tell us if you're busy. Because we can just do this next week.
Mm.
Because then we can do it every
Ooh.
Sunday. So we don't have to do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can be selfish or be a good lad. It's probably not very great, but would you rather win 25,000 or your best friend win 100,000?
Does your best friend know you're the reason he won?
I don't
'Cause
know.
if
At
so,
that
I'm
point,
letting him win 100,000 and then taking 25,000.
I'll
ooh,
take 75,000. Leave it at 25.
that's still a lot. At that point, you're
Yeah.
winning more.
If he wins 100,000, I'm like,
Mate,
I'm,
what,
But
I'm
if- but if
jumping
you-
in
if-
your house.
if you randomly looked at your bank, what would you be happy with? Like extremely happy with, like 2,000, 5,000.
What?
Like, what's the minimum
Minimum what?
that you'd be very happy with?
I don't know. Like,
Well,
if you
like,
look
say-
at your bank
say
account
if
and
you s-
randomly it's just...
Say if you saw like $2,000 from like just as unknown in your account, you'd be like really, really excited.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I'd explain that the 98,000 is mine. Leave it $2,000.
I mean, if I was if I was the reason that one of you's won 100,000, I'm definitely copping some money, for sure.
Yeah. You go 60-40, I reckon.
60-40.
I'd take
It's in their
anything, to
account.
be honest. Like,
Or you could
I'd take. At that point, I'm still winning.
No, but you
and
made them.
gain.
You made them win it.
If I'm still taking 25,000 off you, I've won 25,000, but then you've also just gained 75,000.
So it's a win-win.
Exactly.
Unless you want to go in depth and go, oh, but they don't know you pay the 100,000 like you've argued with every
Yeah.
other one.
I got one more.
I might
Would-
say. So say if they're gonna give like, or whoever's account is going into, if they like, say it's just a person who's actually putting the money into the account, and they ask for your BSB, I'd just go my account. Chuck my BSB, chuck my account.
Alright.
100K.
Would you rather travel the world for free for a year, or have 50,000 to spend however you please?
travel the world.
Travel the
Probably
world.
year travel. That's more than 50K.
Yeah, it would be. Like,
Yeah,
for
and I've
free
always wanted
for
to
a
travel.
year.
Food, everything. That'd be the best
Saying
year.
you wouldn't do it for free.
We're doing it for free.
Yeah, I'm saying it would be sad if you wouldn't do it for free.
Yeah.
We're doing it for free.
That's what I'm saying. If you just take that choice, you'd be the same if you didn't.
We've had a lot of would you rathers. Try to do something else. We've been talking for a while. We were
This is a
30
good
minutes
half an
before.
hour episode.
We were 30 minutes before, and now we're in another 30 just on would you rathers.
Yeah,
But
that was good.
yeah, I think we'll call it there.
When will this be out? Thursday.
Yeah, or Friday. We might get up Friday, but we're hopefully gonna change our whole schedule. So we're gonna hopefully let everyone know when that actually is with Instagram. Just to make it easy on us, because the day we usually record, we're now busy. So yeah, we're gonna think about changing the day of our recording. So
Yeah.
but yeah, well, check us out on Instagram, TikTok. We've still got those. They're still doing quite well. Well, the TikTok's still doing alright,
We haven't been posted in a week now.
but still doing alright compared to
TikTok's doing better than Instagram.
Yeah.
Instagram, everyone needs to get on that.
just
All us three, and just post whatever. Really,
Yeah.
yeah.
I just post a story then.
I tried to log into a TikTok and wouldn't let me.
Oh really? I think the TikTok.
I don't know what to.
Oh, I'll say that after.
Yeah. Oh yeah, don't say it now.
Yeah.
But yeah, make sure you check out the
comment,
TikTok.
and comment and like. 'Cause we haven't had many comments lately.
Well, I did say after Easter, see how my money's looking. So I thought I'd spend a lot more. We are gonna get the Spotify up and going, so make sure you do check the Spotify out. We're gonna get it up. I'm gonna try and upload all the episodes. So if you want to go over there and just
Listen
to
instead
them.
of watch.
What's it? It's just the Rudico
Yeah,
Podcast
it's Rudico
on
Podcast.
Spotify. Yeah. Other than that,
We'd like to thank you for watching, and
yeah. Thanks for watching.
make sure if you're not subscribed already to subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, we wanna.
Road to 60 subs. We need one more.
But
I
yeah,
think
we're shooting
we're
shooting
at
high goals towards the end. Like
Well,
towards
it's April. What do you reckon in halfway through the year? How many do you reckon?
halfway is like
I'm
June.
gonna,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it.
It's in
100.
2 months.
Hopefully 100. We'll,
2
we'll
months,
Try
do you
and,
reckon in
we'll
2
try and
months
push
we're
the
getting-
podcast? Yeah.
I mean, 2 months is about 8 weeks. That's 8 podcasts. And then if I start doing clips and stuff, we could
I reckon we could.
40 into.
If we push and put out good content, then yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. Other than that, yeah. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you.